When it comes to Black Friday and getting the best deal, you've probably seen this meme before, which is unfortunately in a lot of cases what a lot of retailers will do. They'll just put up the price and then say, hey, we're giving you a discount. But in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I'll be shopping for Black Friday tech deals, as well as showing you how you can get the absolute best deal and make sure it's a really good price. Now, we're going to be focusing on enthusiast tech products, that stuff that goes into a gaming PC in today's video, because that's what my channel mainly focuses on here at Tech Yes City. And what we're going to know in the industry, I'll share you guys some insider secrets about profit margins, because basically the best deals you're going to get on items are items that have the highest margins, and there's room to discount those items. So we're going to start with CPUs. They have the highest margins in this industry. And so what we're seeing here is actually some incredibly good deals already coming on sale for things like the i7-12700KF. This is going for $199. And now the easiest way we know this is a really good deal is you can go to a website called PC Part Picker, type in this item, and then click on it, and it'll bring up a price history chart. And what we can see with this history chart here is this is actually the cheapest this CPU's ever been on sale. So that way you know you're getting a good deal on this CPU. Now there's also the Ryzen 5 7600X, which has come on sale as well, and that's going for as little as $200, right around that same price point as the i7. Now the good thing about the Ryzen 5, even though you got less cores than the i7 there, you've got a CPU with, if you buy a motherboard, which is also on sale at the moment with ASRock's, for instance, B650 Pro RS, you're getting a great upgrade path on AM5. So AMD's already proven their track record with AM4 with the great upgrade path that had. So it's actually never been a better time to get a newer CPU and motherboard combo, but also DDR5. And here's where I saw a 32GB kit of DDR5 memory, 2x16GB sticks, going for a little over $65. This is the cheapest I've ever seen DDR5 memory. It's 5600 megahertz too, so it's going to be no slouch, and it should work on basically any CPU that supports DDR5, at least from the testing I've done here. Now also, if you're looking for a motherboard for the 12700KF, ASRock do have the Z790 Lightning as well. This is a top tier board. I've recently done testing the Lightning board from ASRock, and they do a great job, and this one has all the features you would need and then some. Now, other deals in the industry. Unfortunately, the CPUs, that's the best deals I think you're going to find, because other fields in tech don't have that good of margins. In other words, the companies making cases, for example, don't make that much on their margins. In other words, when it comes to cases and power supplies, I know they've got some of the lowest margins in the industry, meaning there's not a whole lot of room to discount these products. And so when I see a deal like this for an RGB case from Gamdius with $10 off, even though it's 50 USD, it's actually a really good deal at this point in time, and I don't think you're going to get a whole lot cheaper. And when it comes to power supplies, I actually couldn't really find any solid deals on power supplies. However, when it comes to me in Australia buying items, I've actually found some really good deals on cases, and I'll show you what I've got on the screen here, where we've got the RGB cases going for as little as 30 USD, and then I've got some power supplies which I know they don't get any cheaper than this. And so these prices, if you look at what you can get these mass shipped from China for, it ends up, after you get them on a boat and after you clear taxes and imports, it ends up actually being kind of around this price. So I know the company that I'm buying these cases off, they're not making a whole lot of money. So it's not going to basically get a whole lot cheaper than that. Though, other deals. Let's move on to other deals. I've got a sponsor here on the channel, SCD Keys, and for the week of Black Friday, they've got the Windows 10 Pro keys going for as little as $13 US. Now, they usually go for around $14 to $15, so I managed to make them drop the price a little bit if you use the coupon code TYC instead of the regular BFTYC, and you can also get the 2-for-1, 2 activations off 1 license key as well, and that's a little bit cheaper. So if you're building up a lot of PCs and you need to stock up on some Windows 10 Pro keys, which will work for Windows 11 Pro too, then you can get these keys for a bit of a discount to what they would regularly be. So I managed to tell SCD Keys, hey guys, give the viewers a nice little discount and they could squeeze out a little bit more for you. There's also some other products that are on sale on their website. I'll put all the links for all the stuff that we've talked about thus far as well in the description below, though there are some other deals coming up, and that is on high-end monitors, especially OLED monitors. These things are going ridiculously cheap. If we look at their historical pricing, they've actually come down to the cheapest levels they've ever been. And so if you want to get even a 49-inch, I saw that going for $1,000. That's the 240 Hertz Samsung, basically two 1440p monitors stuck together at 240 Hertz on OLED for $1,000. That's a ridiculously good deal on a monitor of that caliber. It's basically endgame monitors that are going on sale from their regular prices, and they're actually deals. Now there's also some really good deals on SSDs. If you need a new SSD, you can get really good prices on the 2TB Samsung 990 Pro, which is basically one of the best SSDs you can get for NVMe, and that's going on sale for the cheapest it's ever been. Though keep in mind, if you do buy this Gen 4 drive, you will want to have a heatsink on your motherboard, because Gen 4 drives, they always need a heatsink. Now, if you just want a 4TB SSD, regular 2.5 inch, these are going on sale for $140. So that's the cheapest I've ever seen SSDs like this go on sale for. The last part of today's video is probably everyone's favorite, and that is the graphics card. And here is where you will get some deals pop up from time to time. I did see an RTX 3060 12GB for around $250 at the time of making this video. However, unfortunately, by the time I refreshed it, it was out of stock. So with GPUs, just understand that even though a 3060 12GB is going for around $290, there's not a whole lot of profit margin for the retailers or the board partners. I'm told around 10 to 15%. So when you see a card like the 3060 12GB going on sale for $250, really there's not a whole lot of people in the pipeline making money except Nvidia, who sell the silicon. And so with GPUs, if you see them coming around 10% under their regular prices, then that is going to be a pretty good deal. For instance, an RTX 4060 usually goes for $300. If you see that coming in at $270, that's actually a pretty solid deal. It's not going to last that long at those prices. Same with an RX 6700 XT. They go for around $300 to $310. If you see one of those for $270, that's a solid deal. I would jump on that. Now there's also the RTX 4070 Ti. That's usually $800, even traveling north of that. That's going for $730 at the time of making this video. So that's a pretty solid pickup for a card that has 3090 performance on it. So that's actually the card I'm using in my main rig right now, and it's a really good card for 4K video editing too, since it has the same encoding and decoding functions as the RTX 4090 even. Anyhow guys, the final tip I can give you for Black Friday when it comes to looking for deals is to write down the parts that you want and don't get sucked into buying things that you don't need. And so I'd write down a list. Say for instance, you want to build a new PC, you want a CPU, you want a GPU, and just track those prices, what they've been historically with PC Part Picker, and then know if you see them on sale, just go strike and get that really good deal, because there will be some really good sales coming up on some items, but usually when there's really good deals, they don't last that long. And actually at the time of making this, I've seen this 700 watt power supply come up for $37.50. I personally haven't tried this brand before, but at this price, I would actually give one of these a try, at least a try at this price, and then test it out and see how it goes. So to sum things up for Black Friday, from what I know in the industry, you'll get the biggest discounts on CPUs. That's the one at the front of the list, then followed by your mid-tier margin items like GPUs, like DDR5 and DDR4 memory and SSDs, followed by the least likely items that will come on sale will be cases and power supplies. So hopefully this information has served you well, and I'll put some links in the description below on some of the deals that I've found just in the last day of looking. So you don't actually have to wait for the Friday itself. Just look at the PC Part Picker history charts, know what's a good deal. Ask perhaps some of your tech friends if you're unsure on what's a good deal or not. And if they are really good deals, I would jump on them, especially if you've been waiting for some really good prices. Anyhow, guys, I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. And also, don't be afraid to let us know if you've popped some deals up. Drop them in the comments section below, and also let us know what you're looking forward to in terms of discounts and what you're shopping for this Black Friday. Love reading your thoughts and opinions as always, and I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. And if you haven't already enjoyed the Tech Yes content, hit that sub button, ring that bell. Peace out for now. Bye.